Hello, thank you for tuning in to Grand Boulevard Prevention Services on CAN TV. Let me just say now today we are live, so if you have any questions or concerns, you can call us at 312-738-1060. And my name is Latrice Hobbs. I am here representing Grand Boulevard Prevention Services, and I am here with Miss Zaria Bailey. She is 17 years old, a junior at Perspectives Charter Schools campus, I believe, on 36 and Wabash, correct?
Yes.
Correct. And she's here to talk about her organization that she is with Perspective Schools. She is a peace ambassador for the group that's connected with Perspectives Charter Schools. And I'm going to give her a chance to introduce herself as well and talk a little bit about herself.
So, hello, I'm Zaria Bailey. I am a 17-year-old junior at Perspectives IT Math and Science Academy. I am the Peace Ambassador of our Peace Team. Our Peace Team is here to help with making sure everybody's safe, making sure nobody's bullied, giving awareness of peace around Chicago. We have an upcoming event that we will be having a peace march from 26 in state to 36 in Wabash with different schools from all around Chicago. And then that's it. That's pretty much it.
All right. So, Miss Bailey, how did you become a peace ambassador?
I became a peace ambassador last year.
Okay. When you were a sophomore?
Yes.
Okay.
So they put me in a peace class, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And then I was like, okay, fine, I'll be in it. So as time went by, I continued to grow more and more in the class, and I was like, okay, I really want to be on the peace team, like literally. So I started coming after school to help out, and that's where it just began.
So as far as being a peace ambassador, what does that all entail? What are your responsibilities and duties?
So I have to make sure that I am always responsible and on time for everything. I have to make sure that everything goes as planned, such as events. And I just have to be that person that's willing to just go out and speak.
Okay. So when you all are going out, like where you all going to other schools, or you going to neighborhood events, to parks, just talking to random people off the street?
So we go around our neighborhood, like the school neighborhood, which is in Bronzeville. We walk around. We'll ask people, how are they for peace? Last year, we did that walking down to the red line, and we asked, how are you for peace? And we just asked them to write it on a whiteboard, and that's what they did.
Nice, nice. Now, me, I work for Grand Boulevard Prevention Services, and our mission is to cut out underage drinking and substance abuse and try to make the community safer for youth as well as for elders as well. With that being said, I live in Bronzeville, so I see, how everything goes as far as in my area, how substance abuse is definitely heavy in this neighborhood, and people definitely are underage drinking because a lot of liquor stores sell to minors. Do you have any stories or what you can contest to yourself that you've probably seen or what you're aware of?
Well, I live in Inglewood, so I see it all.
Okay.
So from drinking to smoking, it's just that the environment around allows it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a lot of adults that allow it. The people that are actually in charge of the stores allow the minors to buy the products, and it's like no consequence for it. They just buy it and do it because they see somebody else doing it, or they see like somebody that they look up to doing it.
Gotcha. So would you say that your environment makes you want to have more peace, or the school just kind of push you to want to be an ambassador?
Well, my environment really, is pushing me to want peace because I didn't see a lot of things that usually somebody my age would not see. So it's very important to try to push peace throughout Chicago because I know Chicago is known for violence, and I just don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think no one likes it. I don't think no one likes violence. I know I don't like it. I recently went to a meeting where we were talking about some of the shooting that was going on in my area, and just the thought of it happening down the street from me, like, really shocked me, and it was a little scary, you know, just because I wasn't really aware of the violence, but I knew about, you know, the drug abuse, and it's very enlightening, and it's very eye-opening. And just a reminder to everyone that's watching, this is a live show, so you're more than welcome to call in for questions or concerns at the number that's down at the screen, which is 312-738-1060. I would love to hear everyone else's questions and comments and concerns as well. But let's get back to Miss Zaria Bailey. So you are a junior, which means next year you'll be a senior.
Yes.
And your birthday is tomorrow.
Yes.
So you'll be 18.
Yes.
Hey, y'all be 18, girl, yes. Do you have any plans for your birthday?
So I'm going out to eat tomorrow, and then Sunday I'm going paintballing because
Okay.
it's really fun.
And they say that's for boys.
They say a lot of stuff is for boys, but, you know, I prove them wrong.
Okay. Wonderful. So your senior year is coming up. Do you have any colleges in mind?
So I have MIT, U of I Champaign-Urbana,
Okay.
Purdue, Duke, just a lot of top engineering schools.
Nice. So what would you like to be when you grow up?
A
What's your
mechanical
career?
engineer.
Nice. Very nice. So as far as when you go to college, what do you think would be your reaction when it comes to peer pressure? Because a lot of college students as well, if they do not or if they haven't tried alcohol or marijuana or alcohol, marijuana, or any other drug as far as pills, they usually like to try and experiment in college. Yeah. So what do you think your reaction might be to that? If someone, you know, encounters you with it.
Yeah, so, I know it's wrong, so even if somebody continues to try to push it upon me, I'm going to, like, not go with it. But it all depends on, like, what type of person you are. Mm-hmm. Because some people, like, under pressure, they'll do things, but then other people are like, no, I don't care.
Gotcha. Do you have any friends that you might want to say, you know, that indulge in substance abuse or alcohol use?
No.
That's good. You stick with the right crowd.
Sticking with the right crowd, yeah, that
definitely.
I know of.
Definitely understand. Now, even though once you turn 21, drinking is legally, you're able to drink. So you're able to go to the liquor store, purchase alcohol, and consume. What do you think about alcohol as far as people still consuming? Do you feel as though you should drink in moderation or only drink for taste? Do you think some people would drink, you know, to kind of not think about what they have going on in their life? Like, what do you think could be the reason why people drink alcohol?
That's a good question. I feel, though, as people drink. Some people drink just to drink. Some people do it for the taste. But then some people do it because, oh, my friend's doing it, so I'm about to do it too. Mm-hmm. So that's how, like, a lot of people think about it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. All right, so a little bit about Perspective Charter Schools. You've been there since when?
Freshman year.
Okay. And you're at the campus on 36th and Wabash, correct?
Yes.
And at that school, do they focus more like towards like math and science, I believe?
Yes.
So okay, so this is like a really good school for you to go to as far as engineering.
Yes.
Okay, that's really good.
We have a robotics team, which I'm a part of. I'm in charge of all the boys when it comes to the mechanical engineering part. So they don't like it. In charge of the boys. Yeah, they don't like it. That's but funny. They'll live.
Gotcha. And as far as the Peace Ambassador and being a part of the Peace Club, how long have you known about the club?
Since freshman year.
Okay. And you've been a part of it since you were a sophomore, correct?
Yes. And
now you really liking your Peace Ambassador. Is there any, is there a level higher than being a Peace Ambassador? A part of, like, to be in the club?
The teacher, the instructor, but nothing higher than a Peace Ambassador.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, do you think moving forward, once you get older, you might come back to visit prospective school and talk more with the peace ambassadors, or just with the other students, just to kind of say your own input or advice?
Yeah, to a certain extent, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like to give, like to show them where you can, like no matter what background you come from and no matter what neighborhood, that you can, excuse me, that you can make it far and you can be successful. And with the peace team, I just say keep going because we've reached to a high limit right now, and I know that we can reach farther later on.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be a plus.
Nice. Now, with your school, with you living in Inglewood, but you still have to commute to Bronzeville to go to school, the Grand Boulevard area, do you see through your commute like any substance abuse or alcoholics? Like, do you have to run into that crowd?
On the train, yes, but any other time, no. I just keep my headphones in,
Yeah.
ignore it.
It's not that much activity like around your school.
No, not really.
Yeah, I was over there today. I didn't see much. It looked like, a decent
Pretty
area.
calm environment.
That's good. That's really good. That you don't have to deal with that going to school.
Yeah.
And as far as the train, what do you see?
So on the train, see drunks, homeless people. Some people might be on drugs. You'll never know. But the best advice is just stay in your lane. So just like mind your business. Don't say nothing to nobody, and you'll be okay.
Yeah. That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Kind of zone it out, but at the same time stay aware.
Yes.
That's really good. Do you have any relatives that go to school with you as well?
No. So I am the oldest.
Okay.
So I don't have anybody that go to my school.
Are they all like really, really, really young?
Oh,
Not in
no.
school yet?
So I have a brother that's a year younger than me, but he goes to Sari Goody, which is another STEM school.
Okay. Well, that's smart. That's good. Okay, and just a reminder, this is a live show, so you can call in with any questions and concerns. You can ask myself, Latrice, or you can ask Ms. Zaria Bailey about herself at 312-738-1060. And another quick reminder, I am representing Grand Boulevard Prevention Services, and we can be reached via email at gbps2016@gmail.com. And you can call us anytime, Monday through Friday, at 312-588-3868. All right. So, Miss Zaria Bailey, again, she's 17 years old. She is a junior at Prospective Charter Schools at the 36 and Wabash campus. She is a peace ambassador for the Peace Club at her school. And she's here to talk a little bit about the stuff that they do as an organization and then the events that they have coming up. So one event that is coming up is the Peace March, which is June 2nd, which starts at 9:30 a.m. and ends around noon. Can you tell me a little bit about that event?
So we have this event every year, and we get a couple of other schools, such as Ralph Ellison, like schools like that, like other high schools, to join us in the walk. And we also have every Perspectives campus walk with us. And we have a lot of people, such as Father Flager, come out and speak, Rahm Emanuel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, how long you all have been doing this?
This has been a 4-year. This is our 4th year doing
Okay.
the Peace March.
Nice. Did you attend the Peace March last year?
Yes.
And how was that? How was the turnout?
It was really good. Like, I was in front of the line, so I seen
Marching on.
everything. Yeah, just marching on with the intercom, with the microphone, and just was going. It was a beautiful day that day. We ate good. We had great speakers, and we just had a good time overall.
Now, who were some of the speakers last year?
So we had Father Flager. We had Rahm Emanuel. We had one of the girls that graduated that started the peace teams with the prospective schools.
Okay.
And so many more. Oh, we have a caller. Hello.
All right, so we have a caller. Caller?
Yes, and good afternoon, young ladies. How you doing?
Hello.
Lovely.
Great. I'd like to have your opinion on something. You see where they talking about, well, they first have medical marijuana. Now they want to legalize marijuana. I'd like to know what is y'all two's opinions about that. Do you think that should be done? So let me get out there so I can hear your response, and thanks for taking the call.
Thank you so much, caller, for calling in. Um, what do you think about it? Well, just to recap, everyone, the caller came in and said how they're trying to called in and said how they're trying to legalize marijuana. Already in certain states, marijuana is legalized, and they have medical marijuana as well. Illinois is trying to push for. I'm not sure if Illinois, the state, or just the city of Chicago, is trying to push towards legalizing marijuana. So the young man asked what our thoughts was about legalizing marijuana. So, Mr. Bailey, what do you think?
So, it's I feel like nothing is going to change, like whether it's legalized or not, because people are going to continue to smoke it, continue to have it. So even if it's not legalized, it will still be out in the streets. But once it gets legalized, it'll be more and more, and I feel like that might be a problem, because different turfs and different boundaries might have something to say about somebody else just trying to come over there and just take over their area.
So I don't really know the specifics and like the legal terminology and stuff behind legalizing marijuana. But at the same time, it's just another way, in my eyes, for the city to make money. People bad already off the street. I'm just not really sure if how the people on the street that sell it, how they're going to like it, because I don't know how they're going to actually legally be able to sell their weed. So that's kind of a toss-up. Not really sure. But we have the next caller.
Hello. I just wanted to first off say that you all are having a great show.
Thank you.
In regards to the march, is the march open to anyone to join in?
No.
All right. Thank you so much, caller, for asking that. So the caller asked about the march that is June 2nd from 9 a.m. until 3 a.m. The march, unfortunately, is not open to the public. It is a prospective charter school thing, and they invite certain schools out so it can be student-led and not community-led. But because they walk through the community, you're more than welcome to gaze by, because it is kind of like a parade. You see a whole bunch of people walking down the street, but it is not open to the public. And really quick, let me show you all a flyer. So again, it is Perspectives on Peace. It's the Peace Rally, and it'll be Friday, June 2nd, 9 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. We will be walking from, I believe, Cermak and State all the way down to 36 in Wabash, but they're taking State Street straight down going north, and then it'll end at the Perspectives Charter Schools campus on 36 in Wabash. After that, they will proceed with just the students as well, with speakers and I believe open word and poetries, and people will be rapping and singing. I believe a little comedy segment is going to be in there as well. And then the kids kind of just having like a small field day. So, Ms. Bailey, are you excited about this year's march?
Yes, I am. I am really excited because this year they will be using my T-shirt design for our peace tee.
Oh, nice.
For our peace T-shirts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did the design come about? Was it kind of like a contest of who has the best shirt and everybody vote, or it was the peace ambassadors that came together and did that?
So each peace team from every campus threw together like a couple of ideas, and all the campuses met up down at headquarters, and we basically checked off which ones was the best, and the one that had the most checks won.
Okay.
So when I checked one, but I just went on because I didn't want to see nobody like check mine. And when I came back, I had about like 100 checks on there. I'm like,
nice,
yes.
nice. So we don't have a picture of the shirt or a T-shirt on you. Would you happen to have one on you?
I don't have a T-shirt on
Okay.
me, but I might have the picture on my phone.
Could you describe a little bit of what the T-shirt might look like?
So with Perspectives, we have an eye logo, and inside the eye where the pupil should be, we have like the globe,
Okay.
like with the continents.
Okay.
So I took that out, and I kept the eye, and I put the Chicago skyline, and
nice.
the two tallest buildings are like the peace sign. So these are like the two tall buildings, and it says "We Are the Peace" on it,
Okay.
and it has like kids going around at the bottom holding hands.
Nice. So you put a lot of thought into that T-shirt.
Yes, but I didn't draw it.
I was just about to ask you about that one as well. You an engineer, a peace ambassador, and an artist.
No,
Okay.
can I draw? That's
Okay.
that's the only thing that I can't do.
Gotcha.
Yes.
All right. Well, I am so excited about this march. Grand Boulevard Prevention Services will be a part of the march as well. We have partnered up with Perspectives Charter Schools, so we will be a part of the event as well. And we will, as far as with the speakers, coming in and saying their piece about what they feel about the violence, and with performers as well, we will have a table set up with our brochures, plus other organizations that are in the area, as well as UIC Health. They'll be there passing out pamphlets on HIV and safe sex and how to, be checked up and all that good stuff. I believe we have a caller.
Yeah.
Let's take that call.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I would like to call regarding that guy had a question about why did they want to legalize marijuana?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, ma'am, the purpose of legalizing marijuana or any other drugs you can help, but marijuana we're talking about, that is to eliminate. Now remember that is to eliminate that middleman. That's the culprit. But that middleman, you want to eliminate that. If you legalize a thing, it makes it under governmental control. It's better. But we have to legalize, have to eliminate that middleman, because he's the one that makes the big profit in all too. And that's why we have the trouble of having it illegally handled, and they're out there exploiting the people. So you want to legalize whatever you can to knock out that middleman. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. And she told me, honey, because I wasn't quite sure. So, yeah, she said, knock out that middleman, which, like I said, the middleman is the person that's on the corner pushing the drugs. So I'm not really sure how they would feel about that. Yeah. And just really quick, if you all were tuning in last week with CAN TV and with Grand Boulevard Prevention Services, we had Matt Gordon on. He is a director of Grow Fancy. It's an organization that go around the city and they build gardens and flowers and stuff to beautify the community. And last week he had talked about how they had an event coming up as well, which is tomorrow, April 22nd. At 9 a.m., they are meeting up at Greater Harvest Church, which is on 51st and State. They will be walking down Indiana, I believe, starting from 47th Street up until 51st and then 53rd. And they'll be beautifying the community, not really more so laying down flowers, but they will be cleaning up and recycling and doing all that good stuff. And really quick, let me show you the flyer for that event. Okay. And again, the event is Saturday, April 22nd, 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. It's on 51st Street between Calumet and Prairie. You can join them, and this event is open to the public. They'll be cleaning up the streets, and the cleaning supplies will be provided. And again, they'll be meeting on 51st and State at Greater Harvest Church. They'll meet up there at 9 a.m., and then that's when they will migrate towards 51st Street, which is Calumet and Prairie, to be beautifying the community and cleaning the streets up. And again, this is Zaria Bailey. She is a junior at Perspective Charter Schools, and she is a peace ambassador. And again, my name is Latrice, and I am representing Grand Boulevard Prevention Services. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we shall see you next week.